got this to hit our 4th land drop. We're going to play this, definitely playing this one. This is fetching a red-black duel for us, so we can Fiery Impulse and play Hissing Quagmire on 2. What's your favorite color? Magic. Jund! When in doubt, Jund them out. Levi, HSKO with the follow. I appreciate that. Follows and subs are the 2 best ways you can support the stream. So if you want me to continue producing the Magic content that I am, follows and subs are the best way to do that. You can also follow me on Twitter. There's a link to that below the stream as well as links to my YouTube channel where you can find archives of all of my past Magic and Hex streams that I do on this channel. I am not playing in DC. I don't play Limited and I don't play Grand Prix. So those are DC is both of those things. So very little reason to go. And found a Languish. All right. Only at work physically. Yep. Dork Henk with the Dr. Henk with the follow. Sorry about that. I don't play in Grand Prix because the expected value of a Grand Prix when you measure the number of players to the amount of cash they pay out is much lower than playing in Opens. Not good EV. Now the question becomes, do I want to play the Nissa out? I feel like playing the Nissa out is good because it doesn't scream, I have a sweeper. Also, it like blocks the token, so it gains us some points of life here. So hopefully it encourages him to extend a little bit more. I play GPs every once in a great while. I played Grand Prix Pittsburgh. I played 2 Grand Prix last year. I played Grand Prix Pittsburgh, which was a cluster because Pez ran it. And what was the other one I played? I played in Pittsburgh, and I played in GP Omaha at the beginning of last year. So because I have 2 sweepers in my hand, I'm just going to gain 2 life with this and then cast a sweeper next turn. You went 11-4 and got 0 cash. See, that's gross. The last 2 of the 3 last Modern Opens I top 8'd, I went 12-3 into the top 8. Like, that just, and with your pulse, that's so hot. I think I want to Languish here because it's more mana efficient. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. We might also, like, play something out that Radiant Flames can choose not to kill later, so... Pittsburgh was a mess. I also played at GP Omaha at the very beginning of last year, and that also was like 85-minute rounds and just not great. Yeah, like I know we're sweeping the board anyways. Like I'm happy just like doing that and like throwing my Nissa away. She drew a card, so like really it's not card disadvantage to throw that away. There are links to deck lists below the stream. I'm not sure. I'm playing this gen deck because it is a collection of Magic cards that I wanted to play, and it is all a bunch of reasonable Magic cards. That's my sell on the deck. It's a bunch of reasonable Magic cards. Gonna kill this guy now when he can't Collected Company to save it. End step, we get to Pulse the Marasa the Nissa back to our hand. This is my deck list. We built this before one of our streams last week. Cranial Archive is super good. Play this, get a forest. We have 3 of them for a reason. God bless. Now we have Cut and Impulse up. I'm not playing Modern. We're not playing Modern. I don't think Lone Pox is sweet. I don't want to play against Eldrazi. Like it's not a good time. The non-Eldrazi decks that top 8'd those tournaments were running very, very well. The Eldrazi deck is much more powerful than them. He's in love with the Coco. Come on, go ahead, Coco. Coco, Cacho, 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 yeah. So hopefully next turn we rip a land, and then we get to Radiant Flames and sweep his board and make a 4/4, and then start clocking him. The somehow stall the game out and then stick Chandra plan is just like so good. That's what this deck does. Like, just like Dirtle stall, Dirtle stall, Dirtle stall, Chandra. Murderous cut. Okay. Fair. I don't know why he was dirtling with Delve. There's no reason for that. I want to draw Goblin Dark Dwellers, but we also can't cast that card, so you know that's a little awkward. Can't cast that card either. I think I'm gonna cycle this. He could rally in response here, but yeah, I just want to like try and. And then I think getting some damage in on him is better than holding up some removal spells that we may or may not actually cast in the next turn cycle. So let's just do this. I think drawing the Chandra means I just want to be aggressive and cycle the archive there. Yeah, something's definitely happening in April. Like, we knew that before the GPs. Like, and if R&D didn't know something needed to happen before the GPs, then they're bigger idiots than I thought. Like, the fact that they didn't know that, like, they're like, we don't test modern. It's like you didn't need to test modern to know that printing a bunch of 4 and 5 cards with a soul land in the format for them was going to be busted. Like, it doesn't require testing; it just requires having played Magic before. Cletus! Cletus, get in here, Cletus! There's Rally! Cletus, we found another Rally deck, Cletus. Ah, he has the Reflector Mage. So lucky! So lucky! Alright. Just gonna Radiant Flames for 3 here. All the Cletus. Okay. That's fair, Moose Droppings. Yeah, that deck wasn't very good, Mox. Like most of the decks that aren't Eldrazi in this format, that person just must have run really well. We played 5 or 10 matches with that deck, and it was not impressive in the slightest. Oh, mana, why are you so awkward? And like, so our mana looks awkward this game, but the important thing to remember is we just haven't drawn lands this game. Two of the 6 lands we have in play, we got with a Nissa that we played and then returned to our hand with Pulse of Marasa. So if we just like draw more than 4 lands, generally our mana base is functional. We just need a mountain or a swamp, and then this hand is phenomenal. Euros? What kind of strange money is this? Is that like Monopoly money? No, wait, Canadian money? Thankfully, Screw usually beats Flood, and our opponent's a bit flooded, so... Another Reflector Mage, sure. Look, man, folks, kids' toys. Do 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 do. Do I want to Chandra? That's the question. I think I want to Impulse and then Edict him. Yeah, that sounds good. And it's possible I'm just supposed to like leave these on the board and eat 4 here and then wait till I have Cletus in play to kill these guys, but not super worried about it. We're just going to like play Chandra onto an empty board next turn and just like take him to Browntown. Do you have Das Coco? Coco, yeah. He's got to have negate. Oh, that's a great draw. I was gonna say he's got to have counter spells in his hand, right? Or he's holding lands. Like that's got to be it, right? There has to be like disdainful stroke in his hand that he just didn't care about yet. Rally, murderous cut. All right, well I'm gonna take the rally. And since we've got a backup Cletus. Cletus, quick, get in here. Yeah, I thought euros were more than that. I thought euros were like 1.5. Like a euro was worth like 1.5 USD. Has it gone down? I am completely blissfully ignorant to foreign currency. I rarely travel outside of the country. Just how many Cletus do you want? How many you got? Okay, that's less than I thought. The dollar has gone. Hey, Drew, collected company. That's pretty good. Das gross. Das real gross. That's pretty good. He gets to flashback Coco next turn. So I would have been better off playing Cletus had I known he was going to peel collected company. So now he loots, and he casts collected company again. Thankfully, we get to go Cletus into Neg Chandra next turn. I guess we might also just want to like plus Chandra and kill the Jace, but I guess at 2, Jace really isn't that threatening. He could rally this turn, but it doesn't really do anything because he doesn't have a Grim specs, or not Grim or the Drain guy. He plussed his Jace. Interesting. Cletus. Did he just draw collected company? Is that what's happened here? He had to have drawn collected company or rally here, right? Like that's the only possible. Yeah, Brola Bear. There's a link to my Meadery page below the stream that has all my deck lists on it. You can always find all the latest deck lists on my Meadery page there. Alright, yeah. Drew another collected company, sure. So we're going to cut this in response to Reflector Mage trigger so it gets exiled and we get a zombie. I think this deck is more than competitive enough to play it. He has... Sure, man. Good beats. Good beats. That's gross.